I'm Sofi. I'm currently at Kechara Forest Retreat, Bedong, Malaysia. Today I'll be sharing on what is killing. Killing by definition is causing the death or taking another's life. Religions or not, it is the most fundamental of human law against killing of another person, human being. Countries made it a federal offense where the convicted may get either life imprisonment or death sentences. Yet there are still killings taking place daily. Our prisons are a testament to this fact. On a larger scale, countries go to war for land, natural resources, pride, greed, all sorts of reasons that tries to justify. As Buddhists, refrain from killing is one of our most basic vows. To gain merits for the good deeds we do, we need to set strong motivation of benefiting all sentient beings, which includes animals. Today I would like to head another direction that is another, also considered as killing, and it's happening daily, and that is the killing of animals. When I read, refrain from killing, I did wonder why did they use the word refrain rather than a straight no killing. Refrain sounds like try not to, it's not something like absolute. So this is what I found. The Buddha has given a logical answer. It says no restrictions were actually applied to eating of flesh. That means that's why it says refrain from killing. That monks in those days depend on alms given to them, so they have to accept whatever that's offered to them, but accept other than the 10 type of meats that they cannot accept, which is human meat, horse meat, elephant meat, dog, snake, lion, tigers, bears, leopards, and hyena. The reasons why? Because human, is our own species, and horse and elephant are royal properties. Dogs and snakes, they say it tastes terrible, and the other 5 types are actually, once you eat their meat, they can smell that you've eaten their species and they might track you down. So this was the reason that was given. However, Buddha had firmly said that nobody should eat the flesh of an animal if that person suspect that the animal were killed, especially for the diner. Nowadays, people buy their meat, from the chiller section in the supermarket, all wrapped up nicely, labeled according to the parts prepared. Many are so disassociated, from the reality of where the meat comes from. And while I was studying US, some of my American friends, they were so shocked that the shrimp actually had a head. Many will claim that they did not kill to eat, and as such, it does not contradict Buddha's guidelines, but they're wrong. See, if they did not have that demand, they did not have the wish to eat the meat, then it would not have created the supply, for meat to be, which caused the death of the animal. And remember when, Buddha had said, if you were to suspect that the meat was killed for you to eat, well, in this case, it was. So it does, actually fulfill the killing part. The animal, if you did not want to eat, then the animal would not have been killed, right? So as Buddhists, refrain from killing is our most basic vow. To gain the merits for all the good deeds that we do, we need to set strong motivation of benefiting all sentient beings, which includes animals, as I've mentioned before. How can we say that we hold our vow or hold good motivation when we are eating flesh of another? How can we say we are practicing kindness or doing meditation on bodhicitta, when we are eating something, that was living and before being killed forcefully, so that, it fulfills our cravings? So here in Kachara, our guru, His Eminence the 25th Sam Tuku Rinpoche, strongly promotes vegetarianism, or at least meat-free eating. Rinpoche had many times logically asked, how could we recite holy mantras of Buddhas, requesting for blessings, for help, for spiritual attainments, and yet at the same time we eat meat, which caused the death of another being. And then what more is through the same mouth that we're doing that. So it's very contradicted. And Rinpoche had always shared that with us, videos of animals in the farms, to the slaughterhouse, and the treatment that they receive up to when they are slaughtered. We see how the animal felt fear and would resist, going to their deaths. It's really graphic. One of the videos that all meat eaters, should watch is actually called The Earthling. That is, if you're not moved by that, it's like, oh, I watched it and it's like tissue time. If you feel that it's your right to eat meat, then you should take the responsibility of watching it all the way through. See, when you eat meat, you're actually eating decomposing flesh of another dead body. And the many diseases nowadays, you could be eating cancerous meat unknowingly, as the meat would be, it's really clean and it's been presentable, so you do not know actually what the condition the meat is. And since currently we have abundance of vegetarian food, easy access to huge variety of vegetarian recipe online, so that's not necessary to kill for meat. It's not a necessity, it's a choice. So nutritionally, meat can easily be substituted by vegetarian options like nuts, fruits, tofus, all kinds. And remember, from my past sharing, karma, we are the creator of what we wish to be. So in killing, you have such a heavy negative karma. So practice kindness, love, to create the cause to receive kindness and love, for our future and future lives. Don't create the cause for ourselves to experience a painful death, the unwilling death, fear, sickness, all short, difficult lives, as the animals that experience, just to feed our craving. And there's one story, the killing of an ant. Nagarjuna, he had in his past life killed an ant, when he was cutting grass, and then at the present life, at that certain life, he was just killed by a blade of grass. So imagine the heavy karma that you could face with just killing of an ant. And with that, I will end my sharing for today. Don't kill, just be kind. So for now, I'll go to the questions and see if there's any questions there is that I could answer. Right, from Chris Chong, what do you think about mercy killing? Some owners would choose to end their pet's life to shorten their suffering. Their motivation is to prevent more suffering, which is on the positive side. How will their karma be? This actually I would need to find out more, because I myself had also faced that situation where I felt that it was kinder to actually have my pet put down, because he was just suffering so much. But so I think it's better that I get the answer before I reply you. And Yin Teo, how do we purify the karma we have created for eating meat? There's a lot of purification practice that we could do. We could actually do Rajasattva mantra, and we can do prostrations, and those are, you know, two of and we can also recite the 35 confessional Buddhas. So those are only a few of the purification practice that we can do, and I will provide you the link to that practices later. And from Pastor Shin, what if we have to kill out of lack of choice termites that are infesting a house? In those situations, what can we do? For this, we have been advised that we should do a prayer session for them first, in dedication for them, such as Medicine Buddha, so that we bless them before we actually take any steps, you know, to eliminate them. And from Valentina, in some belief, it is said that if you don't know that you are eating a forbidden item, you are absolved from sin. Is this also the case in Buddhism? I think it's better that I get the answer to, you know, to actually answer you, so to reply you. And from Joy, if we do not kill the meat directly, and someone gives us the meat, how is it that considered killing? What about Theravadan monks who are supposed to accept any kind of food offered to them, and this includes meat? Do they collect negative karma of killing? That was what I was mentioning. It says refrain from killing. So this one is actually applicable to this, because they are in their practice, they go out and ask for the bag for food with their begging bowl daily, and they have to accept what has been given to them. So in that case, they do not have the sin of killing, because they did not purposely, you know, request for the animal to be slaughtered for their food. So as such, they will not collect the negative karma of killing. And from Pastor Adeline, is there a way to avoid killing on a daily basis? The air we breathe in, the water we drink, and etc. have beings in it. Also, when we walk, we might step on beings without knowing it. For those that we step on, that we have a prayer that we can recite every day as we upon waking up. And when we accidentally stepped on them, it will bless them. Of course, you don't do it purposely, but if we do accidentally step on them, you still get they will get the blessing from, you know, the prayer. And as for the water and the air that we breathe in, that I need to get the answer to reply you at a later date. I will include the prayer, you know, later in the comment section, so that, you know, you can learn. Everyone, you know, can learn to do it in the morning when you wake up. Okay, so I don't see any more questions. So as such, I'll end it here today with completion dedication. Thank you. Yang Juk Sin Chu Rinpoche, Ma Ke Pa Nam Ge Shi, Ke Pa Nam Pa Me Pa Yang, Goni Gonu Pe Wa Shu, Toni Tongwa Rinpoche, Ma Ke Pa Nam Ge Shi, Ke Pa Nam Pa Me Pa Yang, Goni Gonu Pe Wa Shu, Da Su Ji Ni Sa Pa Ge Wa Di, Da Dan Dro Wa Guna Gam Pa Da, Je Pa Je Sun Lo San Tra Pa Yi, Tam Ping Yin Po Rin Du Sa Se Shu, Ke Wa Kun Tu Yan Da La Ma Dan, Dra Me Jo Ki Pa La Lon Jo Ching, Sa Dam Lang Yi Yak Te Ra Zon Ni, Lo Ye Chang Yi Ngo Pa Nga Tu Su, Ge Wa Di Yu Du Da, La Ma Sang Yin Drio Ni, Drio Chi Kia Ma Lu Pa, De Sa La Go Pa Shu, Jo Ki Kia Po Sung Ga Pa, Jo Sun Nam Pa Pe Wa La, Ge Ki Sa Ma Si Wa Dang, Tung Ki Ma Lu Sang Wa Shu, Da Dam Sung Ye Du Sun Da, Drio Wa Song Yi La Te Ni, Ge Wa Lo San Tra Pa Yi, Tampa Yuri Ba, Gyu Shi, Ni Mo De Le Sin De Le, Ni Me Gun Yan De Le Shi, Ni Sin Ta Tu De Le Pel, Kun Chu Sung Yi Jing Gi Lo, Kun Chu Sung Yi Ngo Dru So, Kun Chu Sung Yi Tra Si Shu, Je Sun Lo San Tra, sorry, Je Sun Lo San Tra Pi. Sorry, lost my train of thought. Let me start again. Yang Yu Sen Chu Rinpoche, Ma Ge Pa Nam Ge Yu Shi, Ge Pa Nam Pa Me Pa Yang, Goni Gondu Pe Wa Shu, Toni Tongwa Rinpoche, Ma Ge Pa Nam Ge Yu Shi, Ge Pa Nam Pa Me Pa Yang, Goni Gondu Pe Wa Shu, Da Su Ji Ni Sa Pa Ge Wa Di, Dan Dan Dro Wa Guna Gam Pa Da, Je Pa Je Sun Lo San Tra Pa Yi, Tam Ping Yin Po Rin Du Sa Se Shu, Ge Wa Kun Tu Yan Da La Ma Da, Dra Me Cho Ki Pa La Lo Cho Ching, Sa Dam Lang Yi Yak Te Ra Zon Ni, Lo Ye Chang Yi Ngo Pa Nga Tu Su, Ge Wa Di Yu Du Da, La Ma Sang Yin Drio Ni, Drio Chi Kia Ma Lu Pa, De Sa La Go Pa Shu, Jo Ki Kia Po Sung Ga Pa, Jo Sun Nam Pa Pe Wa La, Ge Ki Sa Ma Si Wa Dang, Tung Ki Ma Lu Sang Wa Shu, Da Dam Sung Ye Du Sun Da, Drio Wa Song Ye La Te Ni, Ge Wa Lo San Tra Pa Yi, Tam Pa Yu Ri Ba, Gyu Shi, Ni Mo De Le Sin De Le, Ni Mi Gun Yan De Le Shi, Ni Sin Ta Tu De Le Pel, Kun Chu Sung Yi Jing Gi Lo, Kun Chu Sung Yi Ngo Dru So, Kun Chu Sung Yi Tra Si Shu, Je Sun La Ma Ku Sin Rak Ting Chi, Nam Ka Tri Ni Cho Chu Ke Pa Dang, Lo Sam Tem Pe Dro Mi Sap Sung Yi, Dro Yi Mun Sa Ta Tu Ni, Gyu Shi, Ga Wei Ra Wei Ko Wei Shin Gam De, Ben Dan De Ho Ma Liu Yo Wei Ni, Chen Ren Zi Wan Ten Zing Get So Yi, Cha Pe Shi De Ba Du Den, Gyu Shi. Home Tom Pe Ngo Dru Ma Lu Pa, Den De Da La Sao Du So, Ko Da Den Pa Long Shot Nam, Ke Pa So Shek Shuk Den Sao. Thank you. See you tomorrow.